Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Bassini. Today is August 16th, 2018. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to say a quick shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I hope while you're here you can get something out of it. The whole purpose of the Reseller News is to share information that I deem may be important or I'd like to share with you guys, and that's why I'm making this Reseller News. I hope you guys can learn from it and get something out of it. So without further ado, let's get right to it. I'm going to bump out of the screen here, go to this window. And the first story we're going to come across, folks, is over here. This is from E-commerce Bytes, and for those who are new to my channel, I just would like you to know I do not read the whole website or the page verbatim. I usually give you the website to where I'm getting the information from, and the rest is up to you where if you want to pick up where I left off. So without further ado, let's get right to it. This one was given, this came out today, August 16th, 2018, but it was published on Wednesday, August 15th. It says over here, eBay forces seller to lower shipping costs, and it's a letter to Einar. Steiner is the one who created and founded the E-commerce Bytes. It says, "Dear Einar, while updating some of my items, shipping costs, I received an error. Our account or listing is in violation of one or more eBay policies. It looks like your listing includes postage costs that are usually high for this category. Please go back and edit your shipping costs. You will need to offer at least one standard posted option for under $10. Now, I don't know. To be honest with you folks, I don't think this is right. I don't think it's fair that eBay is forcing the seller to lower the shipping cost. We have no jurisdiction over that. I had a situation a long time ago where a buyer had made a best offer, and they wanted the shipping cost so cheap that it would have cost me, I would have ended up paying the buyer to take the item off of me. There's certain things I agree with and there's certain things I don't agree with, and this is one of them. You could read the rest of this story here, folks, because I don't want to expand too much on one topic, or else this Reseller News will go on a lot longer than expected. But if you would like to finish reading the story, you can go to ecommercebytes.com and you could check it out there. And the story you want to look for is eBay forces seller to lower shipping costs. Let's move right along. Here's another one over here. Well, not another one, but this is from ecommercebytes.com. Etsy updates category structure and attributes. This was posted yesterday, August 15, 2018. It says online marketplace Etsy announced changes to its category structure and attributes. Keep in mind that the categories also act as tags on Etsy to further help shoppers find what they're looking for. And it goes on to say, and to help Etsy determine relevancy in search, sellers are provided feedback about the changes or what changes they'd like to see in the comments of Etsy's August 15th announcement. You could read the rest of this story, folks. It goes on to say over here a little more. I'll just read this part. It says over here, updates to listing categories and attributes on Etsy. There are a ton of special items on Etsy, and the category helps shoppers find just the thing they're looking for. When you're creating a listing, you could assign it to the most specific category that is for that fits your item. Shoppers could use the category to filter searches on Etsy and whether they're shopping using Etsy navigation menu. Categories also act as tags, helping us to match your items with more relevant searches. You should select categories that describe what your item is, and not how it is used or what it is made for. Then it goes on to say the category and subcategories you choose determine which attributes you could add to your listing. You'll have access to different attributes based on the category you choose. Attributes work in tandem with your tags and can affect the item's placement in Etsy search. Excuse me. You can read the rest of this here. For those who are Etsy sellers, you could check it out. You got the August 28 updates. You could read about that. They got over here expanded options for clothing. What is that there? New slime category? Okay. More subcategories and menstrual care. Okay. removing holiday and occasion attributes for some categories. You can read the rest of this story, folks. For those of you who are Etsy sellers, you might want to check into this here, and you just go to ecommercebytes.com. Let's move right along. Here is Yahoo. This came out yesterday, August 15th. It says Yahoo Small Business celebrates 20 years with renewed focus. I'm just putting it out there. I just thought maybe you guys want to check it out. It says younger readers may not realize before sites like Facebook and before Google, there was Yahoo, once leading the search engine. Yeah, you remember that commercial there? Yahoo! They used to have that commercial there back in the day, huh? I remember that there. that was a kind of catchy little commercial. I like that. But anyway, they're just talking over here about Yahoo. What was it here? It's Yahoo Stores platform, now called Yahoo Merchant Solutions, has been around for 20 years, serving as the stepping stone for brick and mortar stores going online, or for those early merchants who outgrew marketplaces like eBay. Just take a look at the statistic. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it. The only thing I will read, and you can read, finish the rest of it, I'm just going to read over here. It says, to date, Yahoo Small Business Platform, on which Yahoo Merchant Solutions is part of, it generated 80 billion in transactions, more than 300 million orders. Yes, I don't know, it's Yahoo Small Business. You know, that might be something to look into. I have to check into that there. I wasn't aware of that there. I'm always thinking of Yahoo as a search engine, but I got to see what this is all about. You guys might want to check into it as well. Let's bump right on. I'm not going to close that one out because I want to come back to that one here. Let's see here. Where is it? eBay announces new API at eBay Connect Developer Conference. Let's see what this is all about here. I don't know. I know sometimes I'm printing a lot of stuff up here. Let's see. eBay announces new API Connect Developers Conference 2018. This came out August 14. eBay kicked off this year's developer conference with a new API and AI capabilities for companies that make tools and apps for eBay buyers and sellers, and image search, machine translation, and marketplace feeds are all now available for developers to implement their tools and platforms. Just giving you a little heads up of what's going on over here. Again, this is with ecommercebytes.com. If you want to finish reading this here, you're more than welcome to check it out. Let's move right along. Here's another one. This is with Etsy. Should have kept them back to back, but I didn't. Sorry, folks. This came out on August 13th. This was posted. It says Etsy to kick off its second annual Labor Day sale on August 31st. Today, Etsy announced it's hosting its second Labor Day sale that will run from August 30th to September 3rd. 1 year ago, Etsy launched sales and coupon tools so that sellers could run sales and marketing campaigns. The new functionality also allowed Etsy for the first time to promote sales events on its site, in which any seller can participate if they choose, as long as they discounted their listings. It says over here, it goes on to say, Etsy tested a concept with its very first Labor Day sale that ran from August 31st through September 4th, 2017. You can check out the rest of this here, folks. If you'd like to read it, you know where to go. Let's bump out of here. This one again on e-commerce bytes came out yesterday. It says, would you trust eBay to manage your photos? It goes, eBay is considering launching a new service for sellers who need help managing images in their listings. In a recent survey, eBay asked respondents if they would be interested in using a photo manager. Asked the following questions. Question here. eBay is considering launching an online photo manager. You could use it to organize your photos, store them online, edit photos, and publish them to listings. It goes on to say, if such a feature was offered, how frequently would you use it when use this when creating the product photos for listings? Sellers had the option of selecting one of the following responses: always, often, occasionally, rarely, never, not interested in this feature. And then it goes on to say here, eBay had previously offered sellers a paid subscription photo hosting service called Picture Manager. It retired in 2009. It had cost $9.99 a month, up to 50 megabytes of storage, $14.99 a month, up to 250 megabytes, and $24.99 a month, up to 1 gigabyte of storage. You know, folks, if you have your own website, you have your own hosting service. I I have it in my listings. If you want to check my listings out, I'm going to drop it in there, the links below. I use a service called 3iX, and I think this is me personally. I created a website with them, and I think they're pretty generous with their storage, how much storage I get on there. And as far as I know, if you have your own website, you can host the pictures on your website. Use your own website as a photo hosting. That's what I understand it to be. You might want to check into that if you don't have a hosting service, but find out. I'm quite sure that's how it works, because that's how I've been doing with mine. Because see, for those who don't know who I am, for the new subscribers, I consider myself the frugal entrepreneur. Okay, I like to save and cut costs in any which way I can. A lot of people may beg to differ and say, well, sometimes you gotta break open the piggy bank and spend the money. But if I could do things next to cheap or practically for nothing, for free, I'm gonna take up the offer. I'm gonna expand on it. I'm gonna jump at the opportunity. So to me, I don't like the idea of it. Paying $9.95 a month, $14.95, and definitely I don't want to pay $25 a month. If you add that in, you take that all in with your cost, with eBay listing fees, and then the insertion fees, final value fees, what they take out. Plus, if you have a store, now you got to pay this here. Are you making enough money to afford those additional bills on eBay? This is what you got to think. Right now, it's Deadsville for me. All I had was, I think, this week, 2 sales. That's it so far, and it's going on Friday. It's tomorrow's Friday. All I made is 2 lousy, stinking little sales. So yes, I am frugal, and I am very cost conscientious when it does come to spending money, especially when it costs monthly. I don't know how you guys feel about this here. Me personally, if it was for free, I would take up the opportunity. But being there's a price tag on it, I'm passing. But that's totally up to you guys. If you want to check it out, just go to ecommercebytes.com. Let's move right along here. eBay sellers bemoan the loss of view counts. Oh, I remember that time. It seems like so far everything's been good for me so far. It says sellers reported that eBay removed the metric that used to help them decide which items to relist at what prices. A reader explained in the past few days eBay has removed the view column from the unsold items page. Now that I have to check. That I didn't check recently, but now that it's brought into my attention, I will check that out. It says this was not a glitch. It was intended removal based on a moderator's response to post on the community boards. Sellers also lost view counts on the e-commerce EKJ board. I guess you could check it out as there as well. That's why it's a hyperlink. You can see it's hyperlinked. It says over here, goes on to say what happened to the view count of the unsold items when relisting or using sell similar. This was helpful information. I still pay the same store and final value fees. Why they take away from sellers eBay? I think eBay is trying to restructure their cost on how they do business now. I guess maybe because they're starting to see themselves that business is slow. I've been looking at other blog posts, and even on some of my channels and stuff like that, or some other resellers channels, they're saying a lot of people are still posting slow sales and stuff like that, or no sales. So I don't know what's going on with eBay. Like I said once before, I don't know how much of a future is going to be with this selling platform. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on it, to be honest with you, because I already had 300 and something listings on there, and I had removed 206 of them. I'm only down right now to 99. And the reason why, in case you guys are wondering, why would anybody want to remove your listings on eBay, is because I had good to cancel, and every month they kept relisting these items, and some of the items I had been on more than a year. Okay, so the whatever little peanuts I made off of eBay was being eaten up by the insertion fees. So I had to do what was right for me. And I couldn't afford to keep paying the amount of money eBay wanted every month. And let me tell you, just to share this with you guys, without getting into pricing, the price for the insertion fees was costing me more. With the money I was spending on eBay every month for those listings, to reinsert these fees again over and over again to keep relisting, It was enough to pay. I could lease a car with it, a small mid-sized car. That's how much money I spend every month. Okay, let alone, I wasn't even making enough money to cover the bill. I know it sounds crazy, right? People may say, "What do you tolerate it?" Why don't you just? I know. I'm toying up ideas and stuff like that. I'm looking at some other resellers, what they're doing. I have to be diversified. I am thinking of selling other platforms, and because, like I said, eBay ain't cutting it right now. The sales are so dead. I mean, I'll talk more about it afterwards. But right now, I don't like what they're doing right now as far as this part here. Let's bump out of here. I only got 2 more windows open up here. eBay wants to be seen as a merchant. Wasn't that nice? Yeah, it goes on to say, when you buy something on Amazon, it feels like you're buying from Amazon, even if a third-party seller owns or fulfills the items you order. Buyers typically have a little interaction with the sellers. That's the place eBay CEO Devin Wenig wants to take eBay. According to reports coming out, eBay Connected Developers Conference taking place in San Jose this week, eBay Vice President and Buyer Experience Shervin Mahaganin said the goal is to let the buyer trust the platform rather than the seller. If eBay says it'll arrive on time, buyers can have the confidence that this is true. Whew. I could just imagine what the comments are going to be on this one. You ever read the comments of these things, folks? Read the comments of what people have to say on these things. Oh, you will have a blast, I tell you. Some of the things that they come out and say. And these people that usually leave the comments there are seasoned sellers. I mean, they've been around for quite some time, a lot more longer than I have. Check out what they have to say. Read the comments, because I get a kick out of them. I mean, I read them and I hear what they have to say, and these people are pretty much spot on. These are sellers, buyers and sellers just like you and I. But you got to check it out. If you go down here, whenever I see a topic like this here, the first thing I like to always do is check the comments. And then it's like, oh my God, you're right. Here's one. Can it get any worse? You betcha. Mark my words, our seller IDs will be hidden in the future. Sellers will be nothing more than fulfillment shippers. I see that coming as clear as eBay has fees are risen. I'm telling you, folks, when you get a chance, read these posts. They're not that old. This one came out August 15th. It's amazing what eBay's doing. It really is. I mean, every time you turn around, they can't leave well enough alone. You get these MBA CEOs or people that have been around in business for quite some time, and they might have a marketing background or whatever, advertising background. They always coming out with changes rather than just leave the platform the way it was. Like that old saying goes, folks, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't know why these people do it. But anyway, I don't want to expand on this because it's only going to upset me, and I want to keep this nice and short. Let's move right along, folks. You can check it on ecommercebytes.com. Here is the end of free Ink Frog accounts for eBay sellers. This came out yesterday, August 15th. Ink Frog notified sellers this week it will no longer make available free accounts. Oh, well, what else is new? To those who have been grandfathered in, the tool helps online sellers manage their inventory, marketing, and synchronize their eBay listings with the accounts on Shopify, BigCommerce, and Amazon. Spokesman Chris Little said InkFrog is in the process of giving customers a substantial discount if they upgrade to a paid account. Paid before their accounts are closed. Well, folks, for those who know me and for those who don't, like I said it before earlier in this segment, I am the frugal entrepreneur. And when it comes to more paid services, especially when I'm not making any money on eBay, that will be out of the question. So you could InkFrog, you could take me right off. I don't even know if I'm a member of InkFrog, but that's not going to happen. But anyway, that's the wrap up for the reseller news for August 16, 2018. I'm going to bump out of this screen and we'll see what we got going on here. Just want to close out this segment. Folks, I don't know how you guys feel about eBay. If anybody wants to share comments or you got any ideas or whatever you want to share with us, I am very unhappy with the way things are going with eBay right now, to be honest with you. Sales have been dramatically slow. I mean, not dramatically, drastically slow. I mean, it was like somebody going into eBay and flipping a switch off. I don't know how you guys are doing. Okay, I don't know how you guys are doing. I didn't get a chance to check out downdetector.com. For those who are new to this channel, sometimes I'll throw in a little. I'll open up another web page, and I usually go to downdetector.com. And what that is, it tells you, it gives you a whole array of different companies that may be experiencing website problems, login issues, or other various problems that probably lie within that platform or the selling platform in this case. I like it. It's pretty accurate. I have somebody in my eBay top rate sellers group asked me one time, is that thing legit or is it no good? To me, I think it is legit. I like it. I mean, they have a lot of companies they are, I guess, affiliated with. Somehow they get the information. I don't know if it was like this. Maybe it's the CIA of the e-commerce platform. I don't know, but they got a whole array of companies: eBay, Etsy, Amazon, Verizon, T-Mobile. You name it, they got it there. Google, Facebook, and what you could do is when you click it on that specific topic you're looking for, which in most cases I always look up for eBay. It'll give you a rundown of what the problems are. If there's any outages, it'll let you know there was outages too. I think the problem with eBay is they're focusing too much on competing with Amazon. That's my personal take. I could be wrong. A lot of people may beg the difference. Nah, I don't think so. I think they're just trying to keep up with the times. Look, you want to know my personal opinion, folks, right now with eBay, and this is my take for those. I think it would be, would really be good if Amazon was to buy them outright. Seriously, buy eBay, because to be honest with you, they would be better off if they were in like a one umbrella plan, so to speak. Because to be honest with you, I don't know how anybody else is doing, but my sales are dead. I mean, they are dead, beyond dead. You can't beat a dead horse. A horse is dead already, right? That's saying you can't beat a dead horse. It's dead. I mean, I'm doing a reseller news because I have the time to do it. There's no sales, but as I said in my other videos, even if I did have a lot of sales, I would still try to make time to do the reseller news. Okay? But right now, it's Deadsville, USA, folks. Okay, plain and simple. I'm trying to hang in there as much as I can. I got my new magazines. I went to the post office. I had to get my new magazines, the Internet Retailer, and this one is the Independent Retailer. You got Internet Retailer, and this is the Independent Retailer. I get two of them. I read these magazines because, like I said, I want to keep up with e-commerce. There's also another one that comes out. It's called, it's a website magazine that comes out too. I can't think of a name. Might be website. I don't know. Anyway, it talks about websites as well. I want to try to keep abreast of what's going on. And the other thing I'm waiting to kick in, that's really going to be the icing on the cake, when I'm sure it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's going to happen when the online sales tax kicks in. I wonder how that's going to go over, because to be honest with you, if we have to collect sales tax in 45 states and we have to deal with different jurisdictions, where we got to send money to these different states and different jurisdictions, that's going to be a nightmare. For a small time seller, it's going to be a nightmare. You know what my solution is? Plain and simple. Okay? I know people say, well, why don't you go to Congress then? No, I signed that paper from eBay, that thing there with eBay for the congressman, whatever, that petition was going on around. I did my duly fair deed, with that part. My take on that, Wherever your nexus is, nexus means your place of business. I'm located in New York. All the buyers that live in New York buy from me. I collect the sales tax. Tax time comes around. You issue the money to the New York, in my case, the New York State Department of Taxation. Plain and simple. Everybody fend for themselves. Every state fends for themselves. You live in California, you collect the taxes for California. You deal with that. Every state, every seller who sells in different, different states, whatever. I'm just saying. You live in California, you take care of the tax in California. I'm in New York, I take care of the New York taxes. If we all, cover our own, situation, so to speak, everything I think will be fine. But if they're going to make it, if they're going to make this, a thing where it's going to be, what do you call it? They graft in or morphed into the situation, to the mix, so to speak. That's going to be a problem for people. Now you got to get software, special software, whatever. Well, I guess accounting software, whatever. You got to set that up, and then you got to keep tabs on every place where you're selling. Now, I sell quite a few things. It's always in California for the most part. It's always the Midwest. It's always West Coast I'm selling, mostly. Okay, I do get New York sales in here, in New York, But for the most part, though, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm waiting. This is a wait and see game. I want to see how it's going to affect. What happens? What's going to come out of it when it finally gets implemented? And it's full up and up and running. I don't know how it's going to work. I hear different stories. If you make a certain amount, if you make under a certain amount of money, or you're doing a certain amount of business or so much transactions, then they're gonna. I don't know how it's gonna work exactly. Do you pay taxes? You collect tax? You don't collect tax? You got. I hear so many different stories. I don't want to throw it out there until I definitely get versed on it, where I could actually share it. I'm actually reading or going to a website about it and giving you the straight dope. Because for the simple reason is I'm hearing too many different stories with it. Okay. So I'm not going to throw it out there, but I thought I heard something along that line. Well, that, like I said, that'll be a whole nother issue to deal with. But as far as like selling on eBay, I guess I was watching Reseller last night, and this reseller sells on different platforms. And I think you all know them already: Etsy, Poshmark, and there's a whole bunch of them. There's another one called eBid. You could sell, I think, on Top Hat. There are so many different selling platforms out there. I house everything. I guess it's like that old saying: "Don't put all your eggs in one basket," right, so to speak. And that's why I have all my listings are exclusively right now on eBay. And I'll be honest with you, folks. It has not been a good week. And if people think, well, so you don't sell this week, you'll make it up next week. Come on. Nickels and dimes. Look at the stuff, I sell a lot of cheap items. Okay? I mean, I think what I got a music box on there, listed there. There's 3 watches on it. All right, it's for $399. It's $399. But, I got it with best offer. And like somebody said in one of the community chat boards, those people that are watching you, that's your competition. I'll bet dollar for donuts that the people that are watching that music box for $399 is my competition out there. Or it could be a potential buyer. It could be potential buyers waiting to see if I'm going to drop the price down. But folks, there are items listed on eBay that been up there for over a year in some cases. Now, you might say, well, maybe those are still watches, or maybe they're sellers, or maybe that is your competition watching. Don't you have anything better than sit there watching somebody else's stuff? Don't you want to promote your own business? What are you watching what I'm putting selling for? And I know what it is. The person, well, hey, he's got it for $399. If he can get $399 for it, maybe I can get $499 or whatever. I mean, what are you watching for? You know, when I look at these, I only have 99 items. Like I said, I took off 206 items. I unlisted them. I had to. Um, and I'm looking at all the watches there. 6 watches, 5 watches, 4 watches, 2 watches, 3 watches, whatever it counts down. And I ask myself, what are they watching? How much watching can you do? You know, it's like, buy already. Really, it's like buy already. I mean, I lowered the prices down so much, and I was watching one reseller yesterday. I don't want to mention names, and the person said they're taking their listings, best offers off their listings. They said, and it's true, people want to pay next to nothing. These buyers, and no offense to the buyers out there, but there are people out there that want to pay next to nothing. Literally. I'll give you an example. I have an item listed right now on eBay for $49.99. I got a best offer yesterday. $15. From $49 to $15. I counted. I'm not going to tell you what I counted for because then you say, oh, that's what he's looking for. I counted. Never got back to me. I tell you the truth, going forward, when I get rid of a lot of this inventory I have, I'm doing away with good to cancel. That's definite. No more good to cancel. That's out of the question. No more. That's it. I'm done. And I'm getting rid of best offers. This person said, was watching, they said they don't do good to cancel, and they don't do the best offer because they haven't had any success with it. They said, and the person made it, well, the person made sense. So it was like, I'm getting next to nothing. I mean, literally, these buyers, they want it for nothing. The best story I told a long time ago, in one of my videos, I don't know which one it is. I had an item there, it was like a little souvenir. I think I told it, for those who are watching, for the buyers, for the followers who listen to the story for the 10th time, whatever, I apologize. But this is for the new guys. It was a little souvenir. I think I had it for like, I know it was either $4.99 or $5.99. It was in that price range. It wasn't. I know it wasn't over $10. I get an offer. This is really. This is the craziest thing I've ever had. I get an offer, a best offer, for $1. $1. And check this out. The person wants free shipping. Free shipping. I had, I think, like I said, it was either $4.99 or $5.99, something ridiculous. I know it was a low price, but you had to pay shipping on it. It's a ceramic piece. Oh, you definitely had to pay for it because, like I said, it wasn't. I know people say, well, you could have graphed that, you could have, included it in your pricing. Let's face the facts. Free shipping is not really free shipping. You know that, and I know that. No, what's really free when you really think about it? Well, there are certain things that you can get free with limited usage, just like certain things you could use, like certain tools, like for YouTube or eBay or whatever. Like InkFrog had that free thing there, and now they're changing it because they want to make the cashola, so to speak. But, and I said to myself, is this person kidding? So I think sometimes buyers just like to break, give you a little hard time, so to speak. Break the old, what. So, offered me $1, and then they had the nerve, the audacity, to say, I want free shipping with it. I had to compose myself for a second, folks, as I said to myself, Richie, take it easy. Don't let it get to you. It is what it is. I didn't bother messaging the person. I didn't bother countering. I just hit the decline button. And I tell you the truth, not for nothing, but there are a lot of buyers out there. And I'm not saying in a derogatory way. Listen, we all, there's an old saying, ask and you shall receive, right? You don't ever know unless you ask. I don't mind working with people. I really don't. I will work with you the best I can. I had a buyer, like I said, my big 2 sales this week. Bought 2 pieces of clothing. They didn't ask for free shipping. They said, I want it shipped as cheap as possible because it was a combined shipment. I called up the post, so I took the time out. I had plenty of time. No 2 sales from one person. It was 2 items sold to one person. So I apologize. We said 2 sales. I apologize. 2 items that sold to one person. I called the post office, gave the zip code, gave the pounds and ounces. I know I could have done it myself. I know. I usually call them up to check on some other things, so I had another question for them anyway. So I figured, why kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? And the person said that's the cheapest possible it can go. That's the cheapest way it can go. I messaged the buyer back. I said, this is what it's going to cost to ship your 2 items out. I did my due diligence. I try to help whenever I can. I'm a fair and honest person. If you buy something from me and you don't like it, you got the 30 days to return it with free shipping. And I think that's going to eventually end too. Because I took a beating on something with the free shipping thing. And I can't afford free shipping on top of eBay's listing fees, insertion fees, final value fees. They should call it not eBay, they should call it FeeBay, because that's all it is. You're getting hit, and now the fees I heard are going to be going up in September or whatever with this full seller update. Something. I tell you the truth. eBay is going to hurt themselves, and how they're going to hurt themselves is they're going to keep charging fees for every little thing. They're going to keep nickel and diamond sellers and buyers, because they're sellers too. They're going to keep nickel and diamond us to death. With all this BS, because their company's losing revenue. Hey, they had layoffs. They had a couple layoffs this year. I did videos on it. Okay? So that must tell you something, folks. That tells you one thing. That company is getting a little hemorrhaging there, okay? It's like a water balloon. You take a little pin, you pop it, you see the little stream coming out. Okay, I don't think eBay is doing as great as people think. Now, I live in New York. I listen to the Wall Street Journal. I watch the Wall Street Journal news and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, again, I did it on one of my videos. Their stock is not that good right now, eBay stock. I don't know if it's going up now, but I heard the last time a couple of weeks back, it wasn't doing that good. So, to eBay, to executive management, the company who's running it, keep nickel and diamond, the buyers and sellers. If you're listening, eBay, you're going to be nickel and diming yourself out of business, because I tell you the truth, there's going to be a lot of people out there they're not going to fall for all of this high value fees, final value fees, and insertion fees. It's too much. It's getting to be too much now. It seems like a greed machine. People are barely making it. I was on the eBay community chat board, and I was reading some of the things. I forget it. I think it had to do with the no view type of thing or whatever it was. And I felt so bad. I felt hurt because one person said, I hope I make enough money so I can pay my bills this month. Apparently it must be a full-time seller if they're saying that. That's the only thing I can say. Unless they use it as a supplemental income, which I heard too. I was reading, where this seller was talking about how they got involved with eBay and how they do it full time. And I always like to read comments on the YouTube channels, and some people said, I'm not ready for it yet to go full time, not enough money. I use it to supplement my income, basically to buy little things here and there. It's basically people are using eBay in some cases just to like pocket money. You have an old stereo laying around. Rather than donating it or whatever, I'll sell it on eBay. I'll make 20, 30, 40 bucks off it. I'll take my family out for a nice little dinner someplace, an economic restaurant, whatever, someplace, I don't know, economic, but you know what I'm saying. You can't buy much pie for 40, 50 bucks anyway, but I'm just saying, I'm using it as an example. People use it as a it's just like chump change. It's like, in other words, I made a few bucks here and there. I could go out this week. I can go maybe to I can go to Subway, get a nice, Subway sandwich or something, Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's getting to that point. And the more eBay, and I'm sure the other platforms too they're not no better either, but I'm sure eBay, by them keep doing what they're doing, they are going to hurt themselves. You'll probably have a decline, not now, but as time goes on, people are going to get more. The sellers are going to get more hip to what's going on, and like that's why I put the reseller news out there, folks. I don't look. Hear me out with this. I'm not, and if eBay is watching, or they have any constituents watching, or people who follow me, whatever, I'm not here to bash your company or make any derogatory statements. All I'm saying is I put the reseller news out there for us resellers, sellers and buyers, because the buyers are also sellers too. Okay, I will highlight certain things that I get Google alerts from. I get other sources that share information with me, and I like to bring it out in the open. Let people know what's going on, because to be honest with you, to sit here and go off into a tantrum and get upset and somebody, it's not going to do anything. The only thing is the only thing what people could do. I'm not saying to revolt and back off on eBay and quit eBay, but maybe when you call customer service up, customer care, whatever, and voice your opinions and tell them how you feel. Like they don't think this is right, what they're doing, that they're charging a search. I know they can't help you. They can only do so much anyway. They'll probably say, well, we'll listen to what you have to say, because I already heard that there. I already voiced my issues and concerns about certain things. And they said, well, as you know, our calls are being recorded. I will, what you're discussing sounds good. I will, let my manager hear it, and if somebody don't want to have the meetings, and we can listen to what you have to say, and we'll see what happens from there. We'll take it from there. You got to voice your opinion, folks. If things are bothering you, you don't feel right about something, pick up the phone. They got a toll-free number. Pick up the phone, call them up, and share your concerns and issues with them. Go to blog sites. Go on their blog site, the eBay community chat board. Not that I don't think it's going to do anything. I don't know if executive management even looks at that thing. I think that's a collaboration board between other sellers. So, for example, if I have a problem, I will go on the eBay community chat board, and I will interact with another seller, saying how you doing, or do you think this is right, or that's right, this is wrong, that's wrong, whatever. I think it's more like a collaborative forum. It's an open forum, but it's also, I think, for collaboration. I don't know. Again, do eBay employees follow that thing? It's theirs. It's the eBay community chat board. But I think the more people voice their opinions about certain things, whether it does anything or not, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I can't say. But if they get enough phone calls, they're being logged and recorded. And if it's the same type of call, the same type of thing, issue going on over and over again, with the high value fees, I'm not saying, people say, so in other words, you're thinking if thousands of people call up eBay and they complain about the final value fees being expensive, they're going to change that because 1,000 of us called up and we're voicing our concerns and issues? No, but it gives them a heads up to saying, hey, this is an issue here. We better re-strategize this. Do something where it's going to make it affordable. I mean, I like I said, I unlisted 206 items. I couldn't afford to keep them up there, folks. It was just to be getting too costly. The monthly fee, like I said again, for what I was paying on eBay monthly now, this is monthly, I could have leased a small, mid-sized, brand new 2018 car. No exaggeration. So people, that gives you an idea of how much money I'm spending. And you want to know this thing, the sad thing? I said it before, and I'll say it again. I wasn't making enough sales to pay that bill. Isn't that crazy? Not enough money to pay that bill, that eBay fee, that eBay insertion fee, that fee. Not making enough money to pay it. That's a problem. And that's why I say a lot of my videos, when I hear people, I hate when I hear people say, I'm quitting my job, I'm doing eBay full time. Oh my gosh. That is so sad when I hear that. Folks, I know some people, I was listening to the reseller yesterday on the YouTube, And this person hated their job with a passion. They hated it. They felt trapped. They worked in an office at a little cubicle taking orders from boss. And this person's like, I don't want to work in an office. I don't like taking orders from people. I want to do things my way, whatever. I hated it. I hated that job. I was miserable at it. I couldn't wait to get out of there. Look, when you work for a company, you have all the perks that go with it. For those who are new, I worked for a nice company, worked in the finance area, finance department. Company had a pension plan, 401k, major medical, dental, paid holidays, sick days, you name it, they had a beautiful package plan. My job, along with 1,000 other jobs, had gone overseas. And all of that I worked for and yearned for went like that. The end of June of 2016, 1,000 employees from different areas around the country, different countries, whatever, because it's a global business, lost their jobs. Lost their jobs. You know what it's like to have a job where you're making decent money, a nice salary, whatever, and have all those perks, and then to know that at the end of the month, the end of that month or whatever, that comes July 1st, you're not going to have a job anymore. You know that hurts. It's the way you collect unemployment. You probably get severance package. You just lost everything. Your pension's gone. Your 401k, okay, whatever money you have in it, you could roll it over. But paid holidays, paid sick days, they're all gone. It's like, poof, it just disappeared. Now what do? People say, well, you go out and get another job. Well, when you're an older person, it may be a little hard to get another job. Okay? I don't want to retire anyway, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't have retired, even though they had a pension plan and stuff like that. I wouldn't have retired anyway. I don't want to retire. I can't picture being in my late 60s or 70s sitting around in a house watching on a rocking chair, watching TV every day. That's not no lifestyle for me, folks. It may be for some people. Maybe some people may be compelled to do that because they might be not as good health or whatever. They can't get around. That's a different story. But if I'm able-bodied, mind, and sound, I want to do things. Okay, Warren Buffett, he's in his late 80s. There's a man that can retire. He could retired many moons ago. Still works. Why? Keep active. Keep the mind sharp. What are you going to do? Sit home and watch TV? Ernest Borgnine was being interviewed by a gentleman, Tavis Smiley. I don't know if he's still on anymore. And at the time, Ernest Borgnine, for those who know, I think he played McHale's Navy. I think it was a sitcom show. And he was 92 years old. And Tavis Smiley interviewed him and said, Ernest, you're 92 years old. And you're still working. You know what Ernest Borgnine said? Turned around and said to him, where's Tavis? What am I going to do? Sit in a rocking chair, rock myself to death? Now, he wanted to keep busy because I want to keep active. Gives me something to do. He's still making movies. I think he's a producer, director. He was involved with some kind of shows, whatever. I don't know. And anyway, all right. Fast forward. I think he passed away 2 years later. The man passed away. I think it was about 94, 95, whatever it was. I know he passed away. He was in late. I think it was like 2 or 3 years later he passed away. But there's a man that wanted to keep active. He could have retired. I mean, he could have. I mean, I'm sure he had money. I'm sure he's a multimillionaire, I believe, I would think. And he didn't want to retire. I don't want to retire. What am I can't fathom the idea of retiring. What would I do? I like to be active. But the thing I try to say, folks, getting back to the other thing, when it comes to that, when I hear people saying I'm going to quit their job and do it full time, it really hits right here. Because they don't know, these people don't realize what they're getting involved with. The everyday worries, the stress involved, am I going to make enough money to pay my bill this month? Or do I have to tap into my reserves again? It's scary. I mean, I'm not going to, for those who follow me, folks, I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and sell you a dream. Okay? I don't write books on how to make money on eBay. I don't have webinars, seminars. As I said it once before, this channel is to help, inspire, and share. Now, a lot of people who may be watching this video right now are saying, well, you don't sound too helpful, you don't sound too inspiring. You're sharing, but you're sharing the stuff that we don't want to hear. I'm sorry, folks. I don't sugarcoat things. I tell it like it is. And for me to sugarcoat and tell you I'm doing phenomenal, fantastic or phenomenal, I'm lying to me and I'm lying to you. And I'm not going to do that, folks. I'm not going to do that to my present subscribers, my new subscribers. I'm not going to sell you a dream. I don't have a dog in this fight. Okay? I tell it like it is. What you take away from it is up to you. All I could do is share my experiences with you guys. And people may say, well, how could you be helping when you sound like you're a pessimist? That doesn't sound like you're helping or inspiring people. No, it is. It is helping. And I am inspiring people. And how I'm helping is I'm giving a straight information right up front. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm helping, and how I'm helping is because I want people, young and old or middle-aged, whatever, who think about going into this business. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Don't quit your day job. I wouldn't. I didn't. The only reason why I got into this full-time is because I got, not to give a sad story, but I got laid off from 2 companies and 1 company went bankrupt. So I said, strike 3. That's the 3rd strike. I said, let me see what I could do now. It's been an uphill battle. Not going to lie. Not going to lie to you guys out there. A lot of people, when you go to other websites, other resellers, YouTube channels, they always show you this positive thing. Oh, I got this going. I'm selling this. I'm selling that. I went to the thrift store. I bought this. I bought that. I bought this for 50 cents. I sold it for $20. I bought this for... Look, there's nothing wrong with sharing information like that. Okay? Now, for those people, and I trust those people that are telling that there. They tell you what they bought it for and what they're selling it for. They probably have a better plan, a model plan, as far as to sell, as opposed to me, who's just a straightforward guy and this is what I do. I tried everything that people had stated to me. In other words, so how to boost sales up. I tried all that. And then here you got a list every day. Every day you got a list. Every day you got a list. Every day you got a list. New stuff. It puts you higher in a searcher. Listen. What about the old inventory? So you're getting new stuff. So let's do it this way. Let's say you have old inventory that's been sitting around for a year. Not going anywhere. Now, I'm going to go to my local thrift stores, buy more inventory, list that stuff, and yes, maybe let's say I buy 10 things out of them. Maybe out of 10 items, maybe 2 items sell. What about the old stuff that's been sitting there for a year? What happens with that? You end up tying your money up, folks. And that money that you're using, if you're using eBay as a sole income, and you're tying that money up, and stuff ain't selling, now what do you do when the bills come at the end of the month? You sit here saying, oh my gosh, I spent $200-$300 and I got a bill coming up now. I have the electric bill coming up. I bought $300 worth of merchandise I thought was going to sell by the end of the month. It didn't sell. Your money's tied up. It's tied up. What are you going to tell your creditor? Call them up or call a credit card company? Yeah, hello? Yeah, listen, I can't pay you this week, this month, because my eBay sales are so slow. I don't have the money to pay you right now. Okay? Try that. See how that gets you. Look, I'm not quitting. I'm not a quitter. I'm not telling people to quit. I'm just saying proceed with caution. Keep an open mind to what I'm saying. Okay? You might say, yeah, but you know what? Going on 1.5 years, 2 years doing this here. You're not, I've been on eBay since 1999. Not that I've been selling since 1999. Okay? I haven't been selling since 1999, to be honest with you. I've been on there, but You know, when you have young kids, 2 kids coming into the picture, you know, wife, house, just stressful job. I was on IT for many years, stressful job. The last thing I'm thinking about is coming home from work and sitting there jumping on eBay. Okay, eBay wasn't even a thought. People said, "Why'd you join it for? Why'd you sign up?" Because I was selling things when I first got my house. I was getting rid of some old stuff. I sold a few items, so I got a feel of it. But it's been dormant all that time. And the reason why you see me being hot and heavy with the YouTube channel and selling on eBay, where I had 300, I almost had 400 items listed, is because I got laid off in 2016. That's why I'm here where I am today, and that's why I'm sharing the information with you guys. This is how I am helping you. I don't want to see you make a mistake. If you're going to do eBay, do it on the side, but don't quit your day job, folks. I'm telling you, you'll regret it. When you start seeing those sales plummet, or if you think you're gonna, if you're a strategist and you think, well, listen, maybe it didn't work for this guy, meaning me. You know, maybe you did watch me and said, well, maybe it ain't gonna work for him, but it's gonna work for me. I have a plan. I write great descriptions. I got good merchandise. There's a lot of people out there selling the same things, folks. You know it, and I know it. Look for yourself. Okay? The competition is getting fierce, and it's getting harder and harder. And why is it getting harder and harder? Because more and more people keep jumping in this big eBay selling club, jumping in the bandwagon. Okay? Hey, you sell? I think I'm going to try that too. Back in 2016, the last time I did a research on it, it was 26 million active users. There's a difference between buyers or whatever, or people on eBay. I think there's a differentiation. But active sellers was, back in 2016, 26 million active sellers. It's a lot of sellers. I could imagine what Amazon must be. You know, I'm telling you, I really do think the best thing that can happen for eBay, and people say, oh my gosh, don't say that. No, the best thing would be is if Amazon was to buy eBay outright, buy them or merge them, call it Amazon/eBay, whatever, or change the name around or whatever. That would probably be the best thing. If they did that, maybe Amazon could lower their fees down, give sellers better service. The only thing I don't like about Amazon, and I think I said in my videos, I was trying to sell. I have a Brother printer right now, Brother HL 2240 printer, a laser printer. I wanted to sell it. I had to get authorization. I had to get approved. There were quite a few things that I wanted to sell on Amazon. I had to get approval for them. I said, forget it. I'm not going to go through that. That's why I'm not selling on Amazon. Too many restrictions with certain things. You can't do this. You can't do that. You got to do this. You got to get permission for that. You got to get, it's crazy. And then when you call up Amazon customer service, they say, well, if you go to the categories, you can see what you can sell on your platform, what you're allowed to sell and what you're not. I want to sell a printer, for crying out loud. One thing about eBay, I got to say one thing about the two of them. eBay doesn't put you through all that scrutiny there. You got to sit there and, eBay doesn't say, oh, I have an HP printer. Yeah, okay, you sell an HP? All right, we got to contact HP and see if it's okay to sell that laser printer or that all-in-one color printer. They don't do that yet. Although you never know what's cooking in the oven, so to speak. That may change eventually too. If eBay is trying to model Amazon and their rules and regulations of how they operate their business to be part of the gang, so to speak, it wouldn't be surprised that'll eventually change. And then if that happens, forget about it. I mean, But anyway, folks, I don't want to go on. I already said what I had to say. This video is going to probably be a long video because I was trying to keep it short and sweet, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope you get something out of these videos. And for those new subscribers, again, thank you very much. If you have any comments or suggestions you want to leave there, please do. I welcome all comments as long as they're nice. And let me know what you think. Let me know what your take is on this here. Do you think the things I'm saying is wrong? Do I sound like a pessimist, but I'm really an optimist? Look, just to sum up in a nutshell, I don't want to quit eBay. I don't want to quit selling online. I like this business. Okay, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from selling on eBay. I'm just trying to say if you get into this business, proceed with caution. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, folks. Proceed with caution. Don't just jump in it head first. Like the old saying, don't put the cart before the horse. Do your research. See if it's going to be worthwhile to even get involved in it. See what kind of merchandise you're going to have, sell, and what you're pricing it for, what your price points are going to be. Are you going to make a decent profit? Are you making a profit? A lot of stuff I'm selling, I'm taking basically almost a loss on it in some things. But I want to get rid of the inventory, and I'm having a hard time doing it. I got a lot of watches, but no takers. And I'm not the only one complaining. There's other people out there complaining too about it. It is what it is. But anyway, folks, this is Rich Bassini signing off. Reseller News. Today is August 16th, 2018. I'm wishing you all you guys out there, men and women who sell on eBay, I wish you all the best. I hope your sales pick up. Tomorrow's Friday. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. I don't know. All I know is I sold 2 items to one buyer. Sales are down. It's going to be a hectic month because, like I said, it's going to be a hectic month. Until next time, take care now. Bye-bye.